In the case of Sabah and Sarawak, we are talking about the Malaysia Agreement 1963. We are saying that the agreement no longer exists. It can be repudiated. But how do we go about it? What are the solutions that we have? So this is the first question we ask ourselves. Do the states of Borneo have the right to self-determination or autonomy? The obvious answer is yes. Now, what is the reason? Let us look at the reason very clearly. Culturally, socially, ethnically, when I say they, I mean you, are different from Peninsular Malaysia, separated by a vast South China Sea. You have a right to chart your own course because you cannot be ruled by Malaya. That is a fact. Now you might be wondering, why am I saying this? I'm from Malaya. You must understand my background. I'm a human rights activist. I'm a human rights advocate, and I believe strongly in human rights, and I believe in your rights as the people of Sabah and Sarawak. You have a right to determine your own future. Now, the second question. Can the United Kingdom government be held liable for the current predicament of the Borneo states? My answer is yes. Enough has been said that the United Kingdom government was not acting in good faith in creating the larger Malaysia. UK government was protecting their strategic, defense and economic interests. I think it has been said before. And UK wanted to control the South China Sea and maintain its military bases. It needed to protect the sea route right up to the Philippines. So these are the ulterior motives of the United Kingdom government. How do we go about holding the UK government liable? In the case of INRAF, that's what we are doing. We file an action against the UK government in 2007. And then we all know what happened. There was a big uprising of the Indians in Malaya. And then for some reasons, we couldn't pursue the matter. But we refiled the matter in 2012, and it is pending. Similarly, I'm here to tell you, you can do the same. Sabah and Sarawak can do the same. You can bring an action against the United Kingdom government. Whether it is academic or not, it's a separate matter. But when you bring an action against the United Kingdom government, you raise your profile internationally. The whole world will be looking at Sabah and Sarawak. These are all the options that I'm going to put forward before you. You have to raise international awareness. You have to go to the United Nations. You have to go to the UK Parliament, European Parliament, US Congress, and the State Department. We in HINRAF have done this. We have done this. And we have worked closely with our fellow brothers from Sabah who have sought our assistance. And we have gone to the UK and European Parliament, bringing the Sabah issue internationally. Likewise, if Sabah and Sarawak joins together, they can similarly lobby internationally and raise awareness. The second thing is, let's do some local campaigns, both in Sabah, Sarawak and Peninsula, because I think it is time the Peninsula people accept the fact that they cannot be dominating over Sabah and Sarawak. There must be more of your voices there, because whatever we speak here is not heard there. Maybe the Borneo Post will report tomorrow, but the New Straits Times and Star doesn't report it there. So they live in their own world thinking that you are their colonies. So it's time you go to their territory and tell them, hey, you guys are doing this to us. The third point will be very interesting, but it may not be possible now. What if the state legislative assemblies of Sabah and Sarawak rescind the Malaysia Agreement? It's possible. It is in your hands. I won't tell you what to do, but you have to change the government. And the last, we spoke about item 4, the civil action against the UK government. Now, with regards to the UK government, we can go to the United Kingdom court and seek a number of declarations. And these are just a few. I'm going to tell you something different today. Handing of Sarawak to Her Majesty's government immediately after the Second World War was unlawful. During my research at the London Archives, I saw a document where immediately after the war, the Raja Brooke, who was in Britain, was put on house arrest by the British government. He was not allowed to return to his people in Sarawak. And he was coerced to sign in giving up Sarawak to Her Majesty's government. That is a fact. As I said, unfortunately, I do not have the piece of document. So subsequent documents that you see, the Raja basically telling the people of Sarawak, yes, Her Majesty's government will do good, whatever, is actually wrong. So when you file an action against the UK government, when you have these sort of documents as proof, you can get a declaration in the court that Her Majesty's government's rule in Sarawak from the year 1946 after the Second World War was unlawful. Therefore, their handing over Sarawak to Malaya was equally unlawful. So we can actually go to the British courts because there was a contract. It's a binding agreement. They may call it between 5 nations. So be it. The point is, Britain is a signatory to the document. So you need to find a place because to bring the action. You bring it in Malaya, you know what will happen. Britain is a good avenue. They were signatory. They were the main party. You will have more justice in Britain and the world will be watching. It's not easy for them to play around in their courts then. So you can choose Britain as a forum, but you can't bring Malaya because they have, I've done the research on this, they have a Crown Proceedings Act which actually bars the United Kingdom government or anyone from bringing a foreign sovereign state into trial in another country. So your best bet is to sue Britain and hold them liable for compelling Sabah and Sarawak into the Malaya Agreement and to seek a declaration in the UK court that the Malaya Agreement 1963 is null and void for the reasons that has been laid down today. Apart from that, we all spoke about the rights generally to self-determination and immediately after the war or even before the war, in 1941, countries allied to the UK and the United States signed the Atlantic Charter and accepted the principle of self-determination. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I conclude my speech today with 2 conclusions. You have 2 options. One is to sue the British government. 2 is to seek your inherent right to self-determination. And if you do that, option 2, from Peninsula, I'll be the first one to be with you. And at the same time, if you also do option 1, as a person experienced in suing the British government and actively pursuing with the case, I will also do my part in helping you obtain justice in the United Kingdom. Thank you.